Coryza. Infectious coryza or coryza, an acute or subacute disease of the chicken, pheasant, guinea fowl, characterized by conjunctivitis, oculonasal discharge, swelling of the orbital sinus, edema of the face, sneezing, sometimes by infection of the lower respiratory tract. Prolonged outbreaks are now believed to be outbreaks complicated by other diseases, especially Mycoplasma gallisepticum infection, chronic respiratory disease. Chickens are primarily affected, although the disease has been reported in pheasant and guinea fowl. All ages of the chicken are susceptible, although most natural outbreaks occur in chickens that are half-grown or older. The disease is seen more frequently on a chicken farm where facilities are never any type of a chicken. The disease has worldwide distribution. Infectious coryza doesn't occur in Turkey, should not be confused with Turkey coryza caused by Bordetella avian. Historical information. Infectious coryza was believed to be separated disease of chicken as early as 1920, but this was not confirmed until 10 to 15 years later. The incidence of coryza has varied markedly. Presently, coryza is a disease of considerable importance, especially on multi-age egg production complexes. Etiology. The etiologic agent Bacterium paragallinarum, formerly Haemophilus paragallinarum or Haemophilus gallinari, is a gram-negative bipolar staining non-motile root with a tendency toward Bacterium paragallinarum require V factor nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, which is available in certain rich medium, chocolate agar. It grows on blood agar with Staphylococcus aureus, nurse colony, as dewdrop likes satellite colonies in a microbiological environment. V-factor independent isolates have been described from South Africa and Mexico. Paragallinarium is not a very resistant organism and will persist outside of the host for only a few days. It's easily destroyed by many disinfectants and by environmental factors. The organism is susceptible in vitro to many chemicals and antibiotics, including streptomycin, neomycin, novapicin, and tetracycline. Bacterium paragallinarum is present in sinus oxidate and is easily demonstrated in skin smears. There are several strain classification schemes. The PAG scheme to provide three antigen type A, B, C of Bacterium paragallinarum, although all types share certain antigen. Hemagglutinin produced by the organism appears to be important antigen capable of inducing protection against infectious coryza. Bacteria are available that allow limited protection to laying chickens. Etiology. Chronically ill or apparently healthy carrier birds are a major reservoir of infection and readily transmit the agent to susceptible chickens. Transmission probably occurs by inhalation of infectious aerosol puffed into the air through ingestion of contaminated feed or water. The etiological agent can be transmitted by fomites, although it soon reaches the outside of the host. Recovered birds are frequently carriers. Clinical signs. Usually there is a rapid onset and the morbidity is high in the flock. Feed consumption and egg production reduced. Growth are reduced not. There often is edema of the face and occasionally of the bottle. In complicated cases, they may be tracheitis pneumonia, cross lesions with catarrhal inflammation of the nasal passage, sinus, and nasal discharge often is apparent. One or both intraorbital signs may be distinct with oxidate. Similar distinction can occur with localized fowl cholera, pox, vitamin E deficiency, and staphylococcus infection. There is ocular discharge, conjunctivitis with some adherent of the eyelid, edema of the face, occlusion of the bottle, respiratory noise, and will have diarrhea. Later, some of the birds may have swollen intraorbital sinus and or oxidate in the conjunctival sac. There is considerable variation in the severity and length of course interlock outbreak. There is conjunctivitis, frequently with adherence of the eyelid or with accumulation of cheesy oxidate in the conjunctival sac. Respiratory signs usually persist for only a few weeks. Persistence of the sign occurs when complicated by foul pox, Mycoplasma galliseptica, infectious bronchitis, Pasteurella species, or infectious laryngitis, and anti-reference spells will become apparent. Persistence of signs was once attributed entirely to strain of Avibacterium paragallinarum of low virulence diagnosis. Typical history, signs, and lesions are suggestive of coryza, although other respiratory disease of the chicken must be ruled out. A smear of sinus exudate should be made, and gram stain. It should reveal gram-negative bipolar staining rods with tendency toward filament formation and biliomorphism. A special collection of sinus exudate and swab it on a blood agar on the same plate, then make an S-shaped strip of Staphylococcus aureus. Use a strain that excretes G factor, which serve as feeder colony. Incubate the culture in the candle jar. Tiny tubular satellite colonies of the Avibacterium paragallinarum will grow adjacent to the feeder colony. The organism can be further identified by chemical means or by PCR test specific for Avibacterium paragallinarum. If the colony is negative and the non-pathogenic species is catalase positive. A small amount of sinus exudate in the intra-aortic sinus of a few young fetal chicken. Typical signs and lesions develop in 3 to 5 days. Hematotension inhibition and immunodiffusion test can be used to detect Avibacterium paragallinarum antibodies in the serum. Both tests are serotype specific. Control, depopulate if necessary to eliminate all carrier birds. Leave the premises vacant for 2 to 3 weeks after thorough cleaning and disinfection before restocking with 1 day old. Other coryza-free chicken as much as possible. Raise them in quarantine. Commercial vaccine can be used to minimize chicken and protect only for the serotype included in the vaccine. All poultry to be housed on multi-age infected farms should receive 2 injections of the vaccine at 3 weeks interval, 0 to 20 weeks of age. The first vaccination should be given after the birds reach 10 weeks of age. Treatment varies. Sulfonamide and antibiotics have been used to alleviate the severity, usually in flow, feed or drinking water. Birds usually respond to treatment, but relapse may occur when treatment is discontinued. Erythromycin and oxytetracycline are commonly used in layer operations.